Up to U.S. Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
It's amazing.
I could already tell the type of fun you like to have, Benjamin.
No, Juice, you'll be on the exact same type of time. Don't you say something like, keeping it juicy.
I don't condone these actions.
Voices defining a generation.
Hi. No, Juice, that's you?
Yes, that is me, Madam Vice President.
The most impactful commentary.
Can I talk to a damn dollar real quick? Glorilla shot her shot at you. You giving that any kind of action? It's 7 p.m. Friday.
That is hilarious.
Real news, real lives, the juiciest conversations.
I feel like there are more selfish people in the world today than ever before.
I think you're right, Juice. A lot of people are lacking compassion for the next and are only ever looking at what can be done for me and not what can be done for me and my community.
Milwaukee, you know what time it is.
All about the Benjamins.
Bringing you pop culture, sports, and all the trending topics.
Here we go. You already know we got to get into it.
It's really juicy.
Now, live from the American Family Insurance Studios in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, here are your award-winning hosts, Ben Jammin and Carrie Noni Juice.
Fresh than a bug, yeah. Fresh than a bug. Now it's time to wake up, yeah. Early in the morning. Woo! I know somebody on it. Woo! But it's time to get the money, bro. Woo! You can't act funny about that money, yo. Early in the morning. Woo! Can I hit it in the morning? Woo! But you gotta feed them kids. Jim with juice. Y'all know what the business is. What? I said what? I said what? I said what? It's Jim with juice. You know what the business is. What? I said, okay. Is that right? Okay. Fresh dinner, yeah.
What's up, Truth Nation and all the juicy jammers out there? What is poppin', y'all? And good morning, Milwaukee. You are now tapped into, sipping on, and waking up to Jammin' with Juice. I'm your girl, Noni Juice, always keeping it juicy. And of course, I got my boy Ben Jammin' with me.
It's amazing.
Shout out to Glenn on the ones and twos today.
All of them.
Hey, I got a question for you when we're done with this. We are live from the American Family Insurance Studios at the Avenue. Glenn already know what I want to ask him, bro.
I want to know what you want to ask him.
But before I do that, make sure you guys are on our YouTube because we are streamers.
Yeah.
We're a morning show stream. Okay, we stream on 101.7 The Truth. You can watch us do the show live and interact with us. Get the full experience of Jamming with Juice. You can be in the chat like some of our juicy jammers who are in the. I'm gonna say juicy chatters. Some of our juicy chatters in the chat right now, and you know I gotta shout them out. So Glenn, bring me my theme music. Let's go to SE in the YouTube chat this morning. We got CE in the YouTube chat this morning. We got Willie Gray, Kawanda, Gwendolyn, Sincere, Jeff, Tyler, Nero doing hits, Craig XL, not really a city girl. We got Daryl. We got Venus Jones.
Good morning. Not really a city girl. Good morning. Daryl W. Good morning. Venus to Uranus. Good morning.
Ooh.
You know why I say
that
Venus
list
to
getting
Uranus?
long because you nasty.
No, because nobody's on Mercury.
I'm a savage.
You got it.
Classy, bougie, ratchet.
Yeah, you can go ahead and
sassy,
sing that Megan Thee Stallion
moody,
if you want to.
Nasty.
Uh-huh.
Nasty. You got to do the hip roll with the nasty.
You do the hip roll. I want to see you do the hip roll.
I'm not going to do the hip roll here.
You don't move your hips. Can you move your hips?
I move my hips when I need to.
Bro, you be stiff.
I do. I am stiff. I ain't gonna lie. I need to loosen up my bones. I think I would benefit from going to yoga and Pilates and stuff like that more often than what I do. Because strictly just strength training and like just doing, you got dynamic stretches and then you have, what are the other stretches called, Glenn? Do you know?
Pilates or something?
Can he hear me? Outside of dynamic stretches, you got dynamic stretches, then you got static. I think that's it. Static stretches.
Yeah, my brother. I think if you was talking to somebody who goes to the gym each and every day, maybe they might know. I think that was for you to educate us on, though.
No, not really. I'm learning too. Shoot.
Okay.
I know
What was the
expert.
question?
Like the different
She asked
types
about
of
static stretches and stuff.
You have dynamic stretches, and then I think it's called like static stretches, the one where you don't. So like a dynamic stretch would be you swinging your legs back and forth, right? Or like you stretching it, going like that. But a regular stretch is if you just try to touch your toes and you don't move, right? Or you just hold your leg up to try to stretch your hamstrings and you don't move it.
That sounds about right.
I do it. I was just trying to find the name of it. Make sure I have the right name.
But it's about to get crazy. Head to the YouTube.
Now, how in the heck? You think I'm getting on this floor? If I had a yoga mat, I would do it.
I mean, if you're really flexible, you could throw your leg up over your head right now.
I'm sure True Nation would love to see that one.
What type of time is you on?
That's him, bro. I don't know.
She's talking about these stretches.
Okay, but you taking to talk about putting my legs behind my head? You doing the most,
You
bro.
said you're flexible, okay?
I never said that.
Never
I
mind.
never said that.
All right. What a question.
Anyway,
What
what I
question
was about
did
to
you
say to
have with
Glenn,
Glenn?
what I was about to say to Glenn is, I know you from Harlem, right? And you know you've been saying
Diddy
Nixon
Nation.
6, Nixon 5, Nixon whatever it is.
Diddy
that you wanna,
Nation.
what is it? Knicks now? Knicks what?
Knicks in 2026.
That's what. But
We done.
my question was because the reason why I'm asking this, you guys, is the Pacers just beat the Knicks last night, and now they're up 3-1 to go to the finals. They only need to win one more game. They're about to come back to the Garden, right? But my question is, for people who are from New York, like you, for example, you from Harlem, do y'all more so go for the Brooklyn Nets or do y'all go for the Knicks? Like, how do y'all decide which team to go for since they both in New York?
We never wanted the Nets to come to Brooklyn. We didn't care about them.
Oh, for real?
No, yeah, it just like because when they moved the Nets to Brooklyn, they got KG and Paul Pearce when they was old, so like nobody cared about them.
Oh, okay. So y'all don't really rock with Brooklyn Nets, but if they were to get this far, y'all would probably be rooting for them.
Y'all hop on sack.
I promise you, the videos that you see from downtown, like by Madison Square Garden, you would never see anything like that if the Nets got this far.
Yeah, no, not in Brooklyn.
Bro,
I feel like Brooklyn's a little bit more.
I will say it does seem, and this is from the outside looking in. All right, I'm not from the East Coast like that.
Like that?
No, but
At all.
I got a little New York in me. You know, I got a little New York.
Just because you listen to some Jay-Z and you like Diddy, it don't mean like you got a little East Coast in you, brother.
I like Nas too and Biggie Smalls. I wouldn't be here without him. But I would go on to say that, you know, the New York Knicks always seem like a classic New York team, you know. And when it comes to the Brooklyn Nets, though, you know, from my standpoint, from what I'm seeing and envisioning, I could see, you know, just how people hopped on the sack of the New York Knicks.
Hopped on the sack.
If Brooklyn Nets did the same thing, I'm certain that's where everybody will be at as well.
It's not really a bandwagon though. As a Knicks fan, you just support the Knicks because in the '90s, like that was the cool thing to do. Like a lot of generations passed that on. We didn't care about the Nets. They was in Jersey.
I see what you're saying because I mean, Jason Kidd was up over there and everything. I mean, New Jersey.
What were they called before?
The New Jersey Nets.
Yeah.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, for real.
I don't remember that one.
Nets. Yeah.
I must have been. What year was this?
Here we go.
What year was this?
Here we go, Glenn.
No, I just want to know, like, what year?
No, these just rabbit holes.
No, what year was that? I probably don't. I don't even know if I was born yet. For that.
I know you weren't around to play NBA Live. All right, you didn't play NBA Live.
What year was that?
That's like 03 to like 09.
I was a kid.
Well, nah, it was like 95 to like probably like 09.
Oh man.
I'm saying when I would have at least caught on, but
My favorite one was NBA Live 2005. I just want to.
Dang. Well, all right. I just was wondering because that randomly crossed my mind literally this morning as I was coming in, and I'm like, why they don't really be going hard like this for the Nets? But I get it now. Y'all don't really claim them like that, but it is what it is. You know, we vibe and we good.
And I'm not gonna lie. I think that's why some teams typically go back to like their origin. You know, because for a moment, for a moment's time, the Charlotte Hornets had moved over to. I think they were representing like Louisiana or something like that at some time.
Yeah, it was the New Orleans Hornets.
Yeah, there you go. And then they took them back, and now they're Charlotte Hornets all over again. Because it's like once you move the fan base, so to speak, I think people feel a little bit different about the teams.
I think that was due to Hurricane Katrina, though, Ben.
Really?
I think that was why
You
they
sure?
moved. I'm pretty sure.
Why they moved?
Hey, let me.
Yeah, they were in not New Orleans, but they went back and forth just because of like the damage to the stadium and stuff like that. Because I know they had like a special jersey for a while.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because I remember the Charlotte Hornets, and I was like, dog, Charlotte Hornets is always like cold to me. Like, and if not like the basketball team, the style of clothing that we put out. I always thought the Charlotte Hornets had dope clothing, but then they moved over to become part of Louisiana. It just seemed like they fell off. Like they damn near didn't even matter anymore as a team.
They do that all the time though. Like Memphis, like they had their Vancouver jerseys or whatever. Now they got throwbacks and they in Memphis. Same with the Nets. Like the Nets got the New Jersey Nets jerseys as an alternate, but they in Brooklyn.
I was going to say, I can't wait for the NBA and the NFL to kind of catch up to the new, like, marketing styles.
Oh, it's coming.
Of how to really make your name be a little bit bigger and maybe incorporate the fans into certain things. Like, help them design jerseys. You know, just get them involved a little bit more. I feel like you grab a connection with them if you were able to do that.
So,
like, get a little bit more creative. I still don't see the creativity when it comes to the NBA and the NFL like I do other.
It's not it's not up for mass consumption yet. But Adam Silver, about 2-3 years ago, introduced a technology that basically you could be watching a game from your home. And it's an AR technology, augmented reality. And basically what will end up happening is you could be at home watching that particular game, and just how NBA Live, NBA 2K is, you can upload your face and your body and everything into that game. So you be watching the game, let's say the Lakers versus Milwaukee Bucks, right? You watch that game or whatever. You could actually upload a picture of yourself and become Giannis for that game, and due to this augmented reality type of style. Also, there's other like little trick dunks that you'll start to see.
Like during a live game?
During a live performance. This has actually happened. And there's a whole video out where Adam Silver showing off this technology. You know what? Maybe we can, if you really want to, I could show people the video at some point. But yeah, Adam Silver introduced this technology maybe like a year or 2 years ago, but it's going to completely revolutionize how players, they're not players, but how the audience perceives the game and interacts with the game. And it's not going to stop at NBA. It's going to be incorporated in all sports. NFL, MLB, maybe you could be Carrie Noni Juice out there one day, for the MLB, and act as the in-game host for the Brewers.
Let's do it.
But it's actually out there right now. That technology is here. And like I said before, Adam Silver already introduced the technology. It's just not up for mass consumption yet. But when it is, I'm telling you, game night going to be 10 times different. Okay, you talking about Sunday night football, going to be 10 times different.
Yeah.
All right, can you imagine just sitting there on the couch eating some nachos with your boys, got some wings, and then you upload your face and your body to be one of the quarterbacks or to be LeBron James or to be Giannis? You know how much smack talking I'm finna be doing right then and there? That's what I'm finna dunk on your ass, boy! Ah! You know?
I think that sports will never be removed from the men. As far as like playing sports on video games and stuff like that, I think that that's just part of y'all DNA now.
Well, I mean,
because even I was seeing this videos like on TikTok, and this guy was promoting this, I guess, a ball. It's like a basketball you could bounce in a house, but it don't make no noise.
Dope.
Yeah,
dope.
And you don't make no noise, so then you could like bounce it in the house and it's not gonna bother nobody. And he was pretty much saying like, yeah, I got this ball, so now my wife can't like say nothing. And she was like, I didn't know I was gonna have to be in my 30s still having to be worried about getting dunked on in the house. But I think that's just something that's gonna be a part of y'all, is to be playful like that when it comes to sports.
Well, I think that ultimately, any sports in general are always connected and rooted in culture. And like, you're not ever going to live on this planet without some civilization inventing a sport and figuring out a sport that we can all rally around. It's almost ingrained in our DNA to play sports. It's good for social connection. It's good for creativity. A lot of games that we do play is good for hand-eye coordination, but ultimately it helps develop a society, and it's just good for a cultural reflection.
That's why I get it, but I don't get it at the same time when you have some parents now who aren't allowing their kids to play a sport, especially when it comes to like football, because they think that, oh, well, it's too much of a dangerous sport. I don't want them to get injured. I don't want my baby to be out there hurt and all this other stuff. Right. But I think that they should play sports. If I would have gotten the opportunity to play a sport, man, I 100% would have. But I just don't think we are allowing our kids to do those things just because we're trying to protect them from, something that's inevitable to happen. You have to get hurt at some point, in order to learn and get back up and learn how to persevere and have that determination to keep going. But I think we're taking that away from a lot of our kids now. And what's crazy? Maybe we could talk about this for a long discussion. I don't know. But I saw a post that said, when we put our black kids into sports, we're more so putting them into the sport so that they could potentially become a professional in the league, right? So they have NBA dreams or they have NFL dreams. But when it comes to white people, when they put their kids in the sport, they don't necessarily not pressure them, but they don't put it on them to become a professional at it. They put them in there solely so they can grab all of the skills required that sports teaches them, so then they could take those skills and characteristics and navigate through their day-to-day worlds. Do you feel that way? Do you feel like we pressure our kids in order to become professionals, let's say to get us out the hood or make all this money so, they could become these big stars, but then let's say if that was their dream and they don't make it, now what do they have? Versus putting them in sports to give them the life lessons that you learn from it, the discipline and the grit that you need in order to survive out here in this world, like how others do.
Personally, me, Juice, I can see how that is a thing. However, I wouldn't go and say that just black culture relies on that. I do understand that a lot of times in our, upbringing that we don't have many opportunities to succeed. As Biggie Smalls famously said, you the slanger crack rock, so you got a wicked jump shot. Mm-hmm. That's how. You
be quick with it, boy. You be quick with it, boy.
I'm hip-hop. Are you? I'm hip-hop.
Are you?
Ab-Soul just dropped a whole album.
Okay, you on it.
Yeah. I gotta go listen to the joint. But anyway, we don't have many opportunities to succeed. So a lot of families do put the pressures on their child to become
the meal ticket.
A meal ticket and live a quote unquote pipe dream to become an NBA star, become an NFL star, to be a star in general. Right? That takes a lot of pressure. But anyway, with that being said, I think there are families out there, not just the white families or any other family. Because, I can speak from my perspective or whatever. Sure, my mom did think that I was going to be a basketball star.
Really?
Yeah. She thought BJ was going to be a basketball star.
Why, were you good on the court or something? Or why did she think that?
It was her pipe dream, okay? She wanted it for me. I didn't want it for me. She wanted it for me. I didn't want it for myself. I was out there dribbling that basketball each and every day because my mama wanted me to, okay? And I did like basketball. I enjoy playing basketball. It's really fun to do, but take it back to 2002, I definitely thought I was going to be Allen Iverson.
2002, I was a baby. I was a kid.
This is what you're going to do every time we do a time stamp, bro. I don't even know about that yet. You got early onset of dementia.
Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
She just don't know nothing.
Put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
You mentioned the timestamp. She don't know nothing about it.
I don't even know.
In 2006, oh my God, was I a fetus or no? What was happening?
Move right along, please.
Man, but, I definitely thought that I'd be a basketball star. But reluctantly, I didn't become a basketball star. I didn't need to become a basketball star because I'd be a star over these radio waves, right? Mm-hmm. But with that being said, I think there's a lot to retain when it comes down to, putting your child into sports and allowing them to become an athlete because once my mom realized, hey, Ben, he not good at basketball like that, bro. His counterparts is beating his ass. He's barely making any points when he playing with the professionals or whatever. Nah, let me take him up out of that. So she took me up out of that or whatever. And for a moment, I just kind of did my own thing, started playing chess, and I started playing those types of games just to, again, build up my mental fortitude. You know what I'm saying? I'm a chess player. I really do play chess. Anybody out there who want to play chess against your boy Ben Jammin, have at it. I will meet you somewhere, and we can do We can do the damn thing, and I will beat your ass.
No, you're really good at chess.
Hey.
You done beat LaRussell.
Hey.
You was out here at the night market beating people up with the giant chess players.
Hype me up on my life. And I ran that joint for like a solid like 3 games. And the only reason
you just got tired. You say, no, I don't want to do it no more, bro.
I forfeited in the end because I was trying to kick with you and Brother Z.
Yeah.
That's what it was. I was like, man, I got my friends over here, bro. Like, I'm done with this. but nah, man, I appreciate that game. But then she put me into football. And in all honesty, did not want to play football whatsoever because I didn't want to do sports. I was an artist. I knew I was an artist. I wanted to do music. Wanted to just kick it with my friends and do some hood rat stuff with them. You know what I'm saying? But she put me into football, and I'm telling you, I did not want to play football whatsoever. When I played football, I didn't even have cleats for the first 2 months of me playing football. I had all black high top Air Force Ones as my football. Yeah.
Oh, you was thugging.
Yeah, I was thugging out there. Yeah, I wish somebody caught me just a good picture of me with those high top black Air Force Ones on, man. Because I'm telling you, I used to put the strap on and everything. It's crazy.
I'm trying to think. Let me look that up.
Yeah. Everybody be talking about, oh, don't trust this man if he got the low top ones. But if you got the high tops, you definitely a savage.
I was about to say, is that some Racine stuff or what?
Bro, just look the shoes up, man. They made by Nike. But with that being said, it taught me a lot about myself because I didn't want to play that game whatsoever. I didn't want to play it whatsoever. I played for a solid I played for the entire season, but it took me about 3 months. My mom just texted me too. She said, "Oh, I'm sorry you had to suffer at my expense." I love you too, Bob. But those first 3 months of me playing football, I hated it. First day I caught an asthma attack. I hadn't had an asthma attack in like 5 years and stuff.
You was out of shape?
Bro, I guess so.
Did you condition?
It was a part of my conditioning, right? So I had to start conditioning. And once I started to condition, that's when, my body, again, got used to all of this, exertion, if you will.
You needed a condition to the condition.
I swear I did. Because then my asthma had stopped afterwards. I got done playing football. I didn't develop shin splints anymore. Like, my body was prepared to be a football player. Like, I was running like 7 miles a day and stuff.
Wow.
Yeah, man, crazy stuff, man. But it was really good for me because it taught me that, I can truly do anything.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't want to play football whatsoever, but those 3 months taught me, like, even if you're going through something hard, Ben, like, give it 90 days. You know what I'm saying? Give it 90 days.
That's a good lesson to live by.
And then see how you feel in the next 3 months, because, again, I was out there for 8-10 hours a day, only drinking water and eating a banana and maybe a sandwich every day. And I felt real crazy doing it, but at the same time, I would not take that moment of my life back. I would relive it all over again. Hell, I relive it all over again right now. All right.
You always trying to lace up on somebody court.
Sheesh,
knowing all you doing is defense, which is good too. We need defensive players.
Yeah.
I just feel like moral of the story is make sure you put your kids in a sport.
Facts,
regardless, because I think it just teaches you. It teaches you a lot.
It builds discipline,
about
resilience, leadership, and communication, teamwork, and respect. It teaches you about handling pressure, humility, sportsmanship, and goal setting. All right, do all of those things, man. Because put your child in some kind of sport. Because even if they don't want to do it, they're going to learn something from it. They're going to build character, and I'm telling you, they'll be a better person in the end. You can't always do what you want to do just because you want to do it. There's some stuff you got to do that you don't want to do, but it's going to help you out in the end.
That's what my dad always used to tell me. He's like, in life, it's going to be some things that you got to do that you don't want to do, but you just got to do it.
Yep.
And yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, make sure y'all put your kids in sports, y'all. And you know what? It's kind of made me think of another conversation I want to have that maybe I'll talk to you guys when we come back from our 3-minute juice break. So make sure you guys keep it locked. We got some juicy up next. It's Jammin' with Juice.
Don't touch that dial. You are Jammin' with Juice on 1017 The Truth app, 1017thetruth.com, and streaming live on YouTube. Like and subscribe to our 1017 The Truth YouTube channel.
Truth Nation, tune in to the award-winning 1017 The Truth's Business Spotlight this Thursday at 3:57 p.m. between the Tori Lowe Show and Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris. I will be speaking with Lynn Ketterhagen from the Lake Lawn Resort in Delavan. We will discuss the exciting offerings at the resort, including the scenic Majestic Oaks Golf Course, a variety of water sports, and the relaxing Lake Lawn Queen Boat Ride Tours on Delavan Lake. Again, that is the Business Spotlight this Thursday with Lake Lawn at 3:57 p.m. on the award-winning 1017 The Truth.
How much does it cost to talk to Gruber Law Offices after a serious crash? It's free. Yes, free. As in, it won't cost you anything to speak with us. Not sure if you have a case? Call our team at Gruber Law Offices today. Your first call and your first consultation are always free. And you'll never pay us a fee until we win your case. If you've been seriously injured, call Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Immerse yourself in a place where bold ideas are sought after, where all are encouraged to bring their personal flourish. Here, innovation is a way of life. In this city, the beat flows. Together, we're dancing to the rhythm. Forward. Now, it's your turn to grab hold of that energy, where you'll remember not just the meals, the celebrations, or the uncommon coast. What you'll remember is how we made you feel. Come experience Milwaukee, where fresh meets fearless every day.
Great impressions will exceed your expectations. Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
At Great Impressions Graphics and Printing, they've been proudly serving the community for over 26 years. From their location at the corner of 54th and Burleigh in Milwaukee, their dedication to quality and customer satisfaction has made them a trusted name in printing and design. Great Impressions offer a wide range of services, including banners, posters, yard signs, business cards, programs, and postcards. Plus, they specialize in custom apparel printing, perfect for family reunions, sports outings, business promotions, and more. For your next project, visit greatimpress.com. That's greatimpress.com. Great Impressions. They're here when you need them.
Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
This is Jammin' with Juice on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, 1017thetruth.com, and streaming live on YouTube. Shout out to the Juicy Jammers riding the wave.
Yeah, I'm the hood Mona Lisa, break a nigga into pieces. Had to X some cheesy niggas out my circle like a pizza. I'm way too exclusive. I don't shop on Insta boutiques. All them little clothes only fit fake booties. Bad bill talking cash. Be like water, I'm a mother and relaxing. I would never trip on a nigga if I had him. That's my trash, you the maid, so you bagged him. I'm a savage. Classy, bougie, ratchet. Sassy, moody, nasty. Acting stupid. What's happening? What's happening? I'm a savage.
Welcome back, everybody. Woo! You are tapped into Waking Up to Jammin' with Juice. And you got to make sure that you guys are on our YouTube at 1017 The Truth so you can get the full experience of Jammin' with Juice. All right, now it's time for us to get into something juicy.
How juicy is it?
Breaking news.
Keep it juicy, juicy. I eat that on.
Gay man even know a way to a man's heart. So how come he
So how come what? I don't even know what you say there, for real.
Oh, wow.
The very first thing I want to bring up that I'm seeing a lot of people are extremely excited about. I don't really have a connection to it, but people like it. But they're saying that Trump has pardoned reality show couple that was convicted of bank fraud and tax crimes. And that couple is Todd and Julie Chrisley, who were sentenced to lengthy prison terms in 2022 for a conspiracy to defraud banks out of more than $30 million, according to a White House official. In addition to the bank fraud convictions, they were also found guilty of several tax crimes, including attempting to defraud the Internal Revenue Service. You can't mess with the IRS, okay? That needs to be the slogan. Don't mess with the IRS because they will come for you. Now, their daughter, Savannah Chrisley, she was a big Trump supporter. She spoke at the Republican National Convention here in Milwaukee when it was here back in July. And she had been campaigning for, you know, or I don't want to say campaigning, but she's been advocating for Trump to pardon her parents.
I love the poorly educated.
Hey, she loves him a lot, okay? They said she was also helping campaign for Trump as part of Team Trump's Women Tour, which, I mean, I guess so. But anyway, Todd Chrisley has been serving or is serving 12 years at a federal prison camp in Florida, and Julie Chrisley is serving her 7-year sentence at a federal medical center in Lexington, Kentucky. But I guess there's some going to be pardoned. Trump let them know, and their daughter Savannah, who's a big advocate of this and a big Trump supporter, was extremely excited and happy. And she said, listen, I love the Trump administration. I appreciate them so much for this. And, you know, I always got y'all back. Now, if you do not know, the Chrisleys were known for their reality program called Chrisley Knows Best. And I guess they said that the show ran from 2014 to 2023, and it was on the USA Network. And I guess the series followed Todd Chrisley and a flamboyant and wealthy real estate developer, his wife Julie, and their children as they navigated family life in the South. And the show was known for its humor, lavish lifestyle, and strong family dynamics. I didn't personally watch the show. I have seen their faces.
Sounds very vanilla.
I recognize, you know, what they look like, but I didn't watch the show personally. But when I was looking at the comments of this post of everybody saying like, oh my God, they pardoned him. This is a pardon I can get behind. This is a pardon I like. Ooh, yeah, this is what I'm talking about. So, hey, people are excited for it, and I guess they coming home. But that just shows me that Trump 100% is going to be pardoning more people throughout his 4 years that he, you know, is in office. And Ben has been saying this as well. I think I've said it maybe once, but Diddy could be one of them.
Hey, well, you know what?
If he is convicted. If Diddy's convicted.
If Diddy is convicted, I could clearly see Trump pardoning Diddy. I can clearly see it. I've seen, you know, Celebrity Apprentice before, and I remember a young lady by the name of Aubrey O'Day talking smack about Diddy to Trump's face, and Trump shut her right up. He said, no, Diddy is one of my best friends, a really good friend of mine, a really good friend. All right, so ultimately, if Diddy is convicted, I can see Trump pardoning Sean Puffy Combs. So we'll see what happens. I don't care about the Chrisley people. I didn't care about when they got, you know, locked up, thrown in jail for over a day. I didn't care. I didn't watch the show.
I didn't watch it.
I didn't watch the show at all. You know, I don't even know what network it was
But it
on.
seemed like black people really like that show. I'm not gonna lie to you.
There's some black people that like it, some people that don't. Because actually, my girl was one of the black people who cared about it.
Really?
Said, do you know the Chrisleys got locked up? No. I don't pay attention to that kind of television. That was it.
Oh, you didn't. I thought you had more to say. All right, that's cool. Well, when it comes to Diddy being pardoned, potentially, like if he were to get convicted and if he were to get pardoned, I guess what does that mean for his career though? Like, I still don't know if he's gonna be in the people's good graces because a lot is coming out when it comes to these Diddy trials. Like, I think his former assistant was just on trial like yesterday, or she's on trial this week, saying like he was trying to kill her and he threatened to kill her like the very first day that she was working for him, and he wanted to kill Kid Cudi, and they were saying that Don Richards was drugging Q from day 26, and it was just a lot. And, you know, they was a couple, Don Richards and Q from day 26 and Danny D. Kane. They was dating. You remember they had that show?
That's crazy. So it makes me think, because, you know, Q was crying talking about the things that went on.
Yes.
So maybe, okay.
They're saying Dawn could potentially have something to do with it as well. We really don't know. But all I'm saying is, I don't know if Diddy's going to be back in people's good graces from this. Like, what? Maybe he can make some music, change his name again to I Apologize. I don't know. But he might as well just go off the grid.
Diddy will forever be iconic, but I would say that would be the next best move for him to just go off the grid, move to another country for a solid 10 years. Come back, man. People will remember your legacy. You know, people will remember the good things that you did.
Yeah.
You know, and then some interviewers and reporters will try to be messing with you, but give it 10 years, Diddy. Shoot. Anyway, Jay-Z's the king of New York. All right, I just want to throw that out there.
Is that true?
I hope that Jay-Z has Jay-Z already claimed that idea before. He said he was the king of New York, but before it felt like between him and Diddy, it was both kings.
I thought it was Joey.
Joey who?
The one in the rap beef.
Joey Badass? Oh, no. Nah. Look, shout out to Joey Badass. I appreciate
He trying to put NY on his back.
Yeah, bro.
He put on his back. Who else coming out the East right now attacking people from the West?
Man. Joey Badass.
Jay-Z needs to hop in the booth and rep his city and protect them.
He really don't need to. He building the whole casino up there.
All right.
Jay-Z is one. He's been one. Jay-Z is so solidified that Drake and Kendrick stuff is still beneath him. All right. So Jay-Z is who Jay-Z is, and that's what it is. Only person who could even contest what was going on with the King of New York when it come down to Jay-Z status in the game was the Sean Puffy Combs. But Sean is done. Sean is done. There's no more. If anything, he's the king of the Wicked East.
Real quick, shout out Tanya in the YouTube chat. She said instead of P. Diddy, he need to let R. Kelly go. Which one you taking?
Ooh, Diddy or R. Kelly? Honestly, snap. Snap. I don't know who I take. They both, when I'm looking at the papers, the black and white, it seems to me that, they both happen to do some heinous things. However, I do believe that Diddy is a person who could really be rehabilitated. I don't think R. Kelly could be rehabilitated. I'm just throwing it out there. I think R. Kelly, what he done was way far more atrocious than the alleged crimes that is against P. Diddy. Because all this is happening with P. Diddy, and I'm not seconding any of the stuff that he's done, but I will say I have not seen any little kids be thrown up in any of this at all. All right, so yeah, everybody's been an adult. I'm just, he ain't fondling no kids now. He ain't got no teenage girls out there. Maybe 19,
I wanna make sure we keep this because it's a long trial. Not saying that he could have, but I'm just saying this is supposed to go to July.
I don't want to see Diddy and the kids. Okay, I just want to just keep it.
Because there were some videos of some kids at them Diddy parties on the mattress. On the big mattress. You saw that video?
I didn't see that. That was doctored. That was
okay,
AI.
Got it.
That's
anyway,
AI.
I got to move on real quick because I do want to let the people know that there is... how can I word this? They have found cases of a new COVID-19 variant here in the States, you guys. It has been detected in multiple locations across the United States, according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. They said it's linked to a large surge that came from China. Of course, again. But I guess they said the earliest cases in the U.S. date back to early March and early April. And they were detected through a screening program at airports for arriving international travelers. So, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I've known a lot of people recently within the last few weeks that have been sick, and they have had they said that it has been COVID. So COVID is out there again. So I want everybody to make sure that they are doing the same things that they used to do. Well, they said that didn't even work. Like the whole distancing and the washing your hands all the time and wearing the masks and stuff like that.
Some people went with it, man. Some folks went with it. Some people didn't. And I'm going to leave it at that.
Yeah. But the interesting thing, though, that they're talking about when it comes to the booster shot, so it says despite the latest variant displaying high transmissibility, the Trump administration is planning to limit booster vaccine access to some groups. This is according to CBS News. So I guess last week, the Food and Drug Administration said it will continue approving COVID-19 vaccine updates for seniors and those with an underlying medical condition, including pregnancy or diabetes, but it will require vaccine makers to conduct major new clinical trials before approving them for wider use. The decision means many Americans without underlying conditions may not have access to updated shots this fall. So I'm assuming that means, since they said they're trying to, conduct major clinical trials beforehand, that they're coming up with something else that we could use. But do you even feel like the booster shots worked? I don't remember the last time I got my booster shot. I'm not gonna lie. And that's not, let me knock on some wood. I don't want to put anything on me, but the last one I got was the regular Johnson & Johnson I had. I didn't get a booster. Did you get a booster?
HIPAA would not allow me to speak on these things. So I don't want to speak on those things because that is my medical information. However,
what is up with you? Why are you talking like that?
Boosters? Talking like what? Because I don't want to talk about my medical information juice?
I know you ain't talking. You be talking all other stuff, telling people you stealing. You talk about your crime history, but you ain't gonna talk about your medical history.
Look, all I'm saying is, you know what, Truth Nation, if you want to get a booster, you get a booster. If you don't get a booster,
you're
you don't
annoying.
Get a booster. Okay, I don't know if y'all getting these new vaccines. I don't know, but hey.
All right, just make sure y'all are protecting yourselves and just know that there's a potential another COVID strain out there. And I'm not gonna lie, let's do another lockdown. I'm calling it.
I ain't gonna lie.
Let's all go home.
As long as nobody can die, I'm down for another pandemic.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, for real though. If
we just gotta be in the house for like 3 weeks and then it go away.
Let's shut down, man. Let's shut down for a good minute. Slow down the process. As long as nobody die, I'm
honestly
cool.
I think that's one of the best ways to do it. Is if we even see that there are new strains coming up, you'd be like, just shut down for like a week. Make sure everybody don't go nowhere. And I know that probably would tank the economy, but I mean the economy's already tanking. I mean, look at it. But I'm just saying, take a week off, do what it do, and we'll be good. We'll be straight.
It was a good time, man. It was a good time to be alive.
Spend some time with your family. I've always said around the time that we had COVID initially, I think that was like that week in March or something like that, we should honor it again and take like a week off.
I agree with that.
Take a week off every year to remember all the lives that were lost and just remember the time that, because then you appreciate outside a little bit more, I feel like, when you are cooped up and locked up in the house.
Very true. And I want to throw this out there too. Just know that I think they'll only do another pandemic if they release another movie that reflects what the pandemic can do. Like, I truly believe that, this book that I got here, this Marvel Encyclopedia book with Thanos up on there, I truly believe that the Avengers Infinity War was foreshadowing what we were about to endure. Mind you, Infinity War dropped in 2018, and the Endgame dropped in 2019. But it was really about, an evil villain named Thanos who wanted to wipe off half of the planet or whatever. And what do you know? The next 2 years, we end up going through a pandemic that throughout the world, millions of lives was lost. So
interesting.
Just want to throw it out there because they say they got to put it in the movies before they actually do it.
All right. Well, who knows what's going to go down.
It's supposed to be for karma.
That was something juicy, you guys. When we return from our 3-minute juice break, I want to finally have a conversation. I brought this up to Ben like probably a couple months ago now.
You called me Ben, not Ben Jammin?
I don't always say Ben Jammin. But you don't call me Carrie. That's like a known thing. You do not be calling me Carrie. But anyway, do y'all feel like everybody can be rich? Do you think that wealth is obtainable for every single person? Let's just say in America for right now. I don't want to bring all other countries into it. Let's just say in America, do you honestly feel like every single person can be rich, can be wealthy, can be well off for themselves, especially now with everything that we got going on? 833-212-1017. That's what we're going to get into. Make sure you guys keep it locked. More Jammin' with Juice on the way.
Don't touch that dial. You are jamming with Juice on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, 1017thetruth.com, and streaming live on YouTube. Like and subscribe to our 1017 The Truth YouTube channel.
Ready for more fun? More friendships? More adventures?
Then it's time to become a Girl Scout.
Explore the outdoors, meet forever friends, and make a difference in your community. Sign up for our extended year membership today. Girls can join for $98 and adults for $42. Start in April and enjoy up to 5 extra months of fun. The extended year membership is April 1st, 2025 to September 30th, 2026, followed by a regular membership year. So what are you waiting for?
Join us and be a Girl Scout.
Hey Wisconsin, it's construction season and the Wisconsin DOT wants to help you safely navigate work zones in your area. Check 511wi.gov or download the free 511 app to see current road work, closures, detours, and camera views on your route. Wherever your travels take you, know before you go with 511wi.gov. That's 511wi.gov. And remember, know before you go. Always park the phone while driving. Sponsored by the Wisconsin DOT.
It's time for Truth Takes, a thought-provoking commentary on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Here is Ben Jammin with his truth.
Truth Nation and all the juicy jammers out there, can I be honest? Honest about what? Honest about me. Honest about following your dreams. Matthew 16, verse 26. What is it profit a man to gain the world but lose his soul? I didn't know what I was getting into when my mother birthed me. I never imagined walking out of a job would lead me here. Back in 2017, I was working third shift at a grocery store, hating it. I knew I had to make a change. One day I walked out. No plan, just a leap of faith. 2 months later, I got a job with V100, and it was on and popping. I met Wiz Khalifa, Jerry Springer, Ice Cube, and Charlamagne the God. But in 2020, everything changed. COVID hit, and I was furloughed. But it gave me clarity. Clarity on who I was, who my real friends were, and what I truly wanted. After 8 months, I got an opportunity with 101 1017 The Truth. I got the chance to speak on air and things took off. I started as a producer and now I'm the host of Jammin with Juice. I've spoken with the White House, NBA All-Stars, and even killed an unreleased track with one of your favorite rappers. Through it all, I remained vulnerable with you, Truth Nation, especially after losing my dad. But here's the truth. It's not just about following your dreams, it's about preparing for them. What you want to happen is going to happen. But if you're not ready for it, you have to watch it pass you by. As a great prophet once said, you only get one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime. So if it wasn't for the divine timing of the George Floyd assassination, the time that I took for myself to become greater, or the vision of the CEO of our company, 1017 The Truth, or myself wouldn't be here. So I call it divine timing. I can tell you to follow your dreams, but it's much better if you prepare for them.
This has been Truth Takes on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Listen to Jammin' with Juice with Ben Jammin and Carrie Noni weekdays from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m.
We've got some delays northbound on 43, backing up from Fond du Lac Avenue all the way to Keefe. Southbound's got a little bit of a backup from Keefe down past Burleigh. We've got southbound 41 from Appleton Avenue slowing down all the way to Burleigh as well. And the northbound on 41 right around the North Avenue curve all the way up to Silver Spring. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, cloudy with a light rain likely, a high of 58. Tonight, mostly cloudy, isolated showers with a low of 50. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 1017 The Truth.
This is Jammin' with Juice on 1017 The Truth app, 1017thetruth.com, and streaming live on YouTube. Shout out to the Juicy Jammers riding the wave.
I like smoking, I like getting fly. I like having sex, I like girls who ride. I like my cup full, I like turning up. And I like brand new, so this is what I love. I like that money, baby. Money, baby, money, baby. Money, baby, money, baby.
You don't know what it is!
Money, baby, money,
Jim with you! Ben Jammin, Carrie Noni. Good morning!
I like taking.
What up, everybody? It is Jammin' with Juice. Make sure you guys are on our YouTube so you can interact with us on there.
It's getting crazy.
It is getting crazy, you guys. I have a question. We just did some juicy, but I have a question that is somewhat stemming from an interview that I saw with Earn Your Leisure. I appreciate Earn Your Leisure. You know, they are I'm going to say a company now at this point. I was going to say a podcast, but they are a company that is trying to teach Black and brown communities about financial literacy and how they can get their life together, you know, when it comes to mentally being rich, when it comes to financially being rich, and all of the good things, right? And they were having a conversation in an interview that they were doing, and they have a new book. They're promoting a new book that they call You Deserve to Be Rich. And pretty much in this book, they're trying to teach people what they need to do and how they need to do it in order to become a wealthy individual. Now, I don't want to say that this book is mostly for men, because women definitely can read this book as well and get a lot of gems from it. But I feel like they were alluding to, you know, men learning more about how they could become rich, how they can have the mindset, how they can support their families, and all of that good stuff. And it made me wonder, you guys, like, can people truly, everybody, can everyone, not just people, can everyone in America actually become rich? Is that something that is obtainable for everyone? And I'm not just talking about mentally, because I see some people in the YouTube chat saying, like, I think it was Craig Excel. He says 100% absolutely yes, because wealth comes in different forms, not only financially. It comes spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally. All of us are wealthy in some ways, shape, or form. And I agree with that. I do think it's not all about the money. It's not all just about, you know, how much money you can obtain. But I just wonder, can everyone really just get out of poverty, or can everyone not be poor? Because as we can see now, the way that things are going, eventually there's just going to be a poor class and there's going to be a rich class. There's not really going to be like a middleman, so to speak, a middle class anymore. And so with that, you're going to have to figure out which one you're going to be in the future. Are you going to be one of the rich, or are you going to be one of the poor? And with that, how can everyone become rich? Is that a thing? Can everyone be their own boss? Can everyone become entrepreneurs? You know, how does that even happen? I'll actually give my thoughts when we come back, but that's just a question. 833-212-1017. Can everybody be wealthy and rich?
See, and I'm not going to lie. Shout out to the podcast.
Earn Your Leisure?
Earn Your Leisure podcast.
Yeah.
Shout out to you for being my co-star. Okay? But shout out to the Earn Your Leisure podcast. I mean, ultimately, it sounds like a great idea. It really does. Like on the if you put this in black and white, put it on paper, yes, it sounds great. However, if everybody's rich or if everybody is super successful, I think that leans towards the ideas of communism to be entering into our society. Yeah. Huh?
What are you looking at?
What do you mean? What am I looking at, bro?
You keep looking down and then looking up.
I got notes. I got notes, man. I try to put together a few notes for our conversations and stuff. But no, I think that leans on the idea of communism entering in. People also talk about, like, when everybody does have the same amount of monies, we're also talking about, socialism to be erected. And then I also remember there was a conversation that a gentleman by the name of Andrew Wang was talking about, and he was talking about not necessarily a utopian society, but there was supposed to be, I forget the term right now, but
euphoria.
No, check you out. No, but anyway, I feel like if we do those types of things, it's a slippery slope before we all ultimately become controlled by the government. If we allow the government to make us all rich or make us all successful, make us all have the same amount of money, same amount of access to wealth, that's the scary idea. I mean, in theory, it definitely sounds good. Like, hey, everybody can be rich, but honestly, not everybody should be rich. Like, should Donald Trump really be rich? You know what I'm saying? Do you really want a man like that to be rich? Because a lot of times when we talk about the idea of capitalism here in this society, it doesn't mean that you're a good person, all right? Sometimes it also means that you're a terrible person who is really willing to step on anybody and kill anybody that came in your way of you becoming successful. But that's my opinion. But we'll do a deeper dive after our juice break.
Yeah, we'll do what we can. 833-212-1017. Do you feel like every single person can be rich? Is that an obtainable goal? And I'm talking financially. We're going to take a 3-minute juice break and be back with more discussions. It's Jammin' with Juice.
Don't touch that dial. You are jamming with Juice on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, 1017thetruth.com, and streaming live on YouTube. Like and subscribe to our 1017 The Truth YouTube channel.
This is Sherwin Hughes from The Truth with Sherwin Hughes. And Truth Nation, you can now watch my show live on YouTube every day from 9 a.m. until noon. Yep, you can get 3 full hours of watching Sherwin doing his thing streaming live on YouTube Monday through Friday. You'll get the same insightful conversations about policy, politics, and lifestyle while also seeing my reaction to the unpredictability of our listeners. So go to YouTube right now, subscribe to 1017 The Truth, and see this wonderful smile live every day.
Immerse yourself in a place where bold ideas are sought after, where all are encouraged to bring their personal flourish. Here, innovation is a way of life. In this city, the beat flows. Together, we're dancing to the rhythm. Forward. Now, it's your turn to grab hold of that energy, where you'll remember not just the meals, the celebrations, or the uncommon coast. What you'll remember is how we made you feel. Come experience Milwaukee, where fresh meets fearless every day.
Saving energy and money is easier than you think. Here are 2 simple things you can do to reduce your energy use and lower your energy bill. Use thermal curtains to reduce each room's energy loss by up to 25%, and make sure vents aren't blocked by furniture or rugs to improve airflow and comfort. Simple, smart savings. Get more energy-saving tips at WeEnergies.com.
Great impressions will exceed your expectations. Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
At Great Impressions Graphics and Printing, they've been proudly serving the community for over 26 years. From their location at the corner of 54th and Burleigh in Milwaukee, their dedication to quality and customer satisfaction has made them a trusted name in printing and design.
Great impressions.
Great Impressions offer a wide range of services, including banners, posters, yard signs, business cards, programs, and postcards. Plus, they specialize in custom apparel printing, perfect for family reunions, sports outings, business promotions, and more. For your next project, visit greatimpress.com. That's greatimpress.com. Great Impressions. They're here when you need them.
Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
This is Jammin' with Juice on 1017 The Truth app, 1017thetruth.com, and streaming live on YouTube. Shout out to the Juicy Jammers riding the wave.
Welcome back, everybody. You are tapped into Jammin' with Juice. Good morning. Right now, we are asking the question, do you believe everyone can be rich? Is that obtainable for every single person? Let's just say in the U.S. Just say America, because I don't want to say the world right now. But just in America, do you think that everybody can be rich? 833-212-1017. We have Al on the line. What's poppin', Juicy Jammer? Al, and good morning.
The answer to your question, absolutely not. Some people don't have the mindset. Some people don't have the drive. Some people might want the benefits. They might not want to do the work. Some people are codependent, not independent. All right, so that the answer to that question is no. But what I will say, a lot of women can be millionaires quicker than men. All they got to do is say, I do to the right man. It's almost like cooking a pot of beans. You got to take out the bad beans and keep the good beans and then figure out what beans you want. And that's where, and it goes back to creating your audience. So women definitely can be millionaires quicker than men. They just got to say, I do to the right one and stop looking at people for potential, because potential always give you a dookie stick in the end. You want to get it off the top now, or you'll be scraping the bottom of the pot.
Who scrapes the bottom of your pot, Al?
No, nobody scrapes the bottom of my pot, because I use cast iron skillets and I keep all my pots seasoned for a reason.
Very witty. I like it, Al. Did he answer your question?
All right,
again?
y'all. Have a good one.
Thanks, Al.
Have a good one.
69
God. All right.
Hi. You haven't said that in a while. 69 God.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, well, Al is saying that women can get money a little bit quicker than men can if they just marry the right person, which, you know, I don't think that that's necessarily not true. But I'm more so talking about the independent grind and the hustle of you getting it on your own. Like, yeah, you could marry somebody and you can marry into wealth, whatever, yada, yada, yada. A lot of women do that. Boo. Blah. But I'm just saying, when it comes to you and your own person, you're independent. Let's say you have your own business, you're an entrepreneur, or you're not one of those just yet, and you have these lengthy goals that you are trying to obtain. Do you honestly feel like you would be able to do it? Do you honestly feel like you could become rich? Because everybody talk about, oh yeah, I'm get this money, bro. We get this money, we get to the bag, bro. And y'all not doing nothing. Y'all not doing anything to help you secure your future. So 833-212-1017. Do you truly believe everyone can be rich? We are going to keep this conversation going in hour 2 of Jammin' with Juice. Keep it locked.
Here at the new 1017 The Truth, we aim to be a staple in Milwaukee's Black community. We are committed to partnering with local organizations and supporting Black-owned businesses. We are proud to call Milwaukee our city and promise to be a positive reflection of our community. We look forward to celebrating Black culture and excellence with you every day as we make history and continue to uplift the voices in our city. Join us for the journey at the new 1017 The Truth, founded by Gruber Law Offices, Milwaukee Black Talk.
It's Dr. Ken Harris, and you can watch me now live on YouTube every weekday from 4 to 6 p.m., and you can watch the best radio show in Wisconsin by going to 1017 The Truth on YouTube. Watch me explore the issues which are shaping our community while also having fun discussions, pop culture, current events, all kind of stuff going on right here on YouTube right now by subscribing to 1017 The Truth. Milwaukee Black Talk is now streaming live on YouTube.
Tired Tired of hearing no from other banks? No to a loan? No to a checking account? Just no? At Brewery Credit Union, they find ways to say yes. Yes to second chances. Yes to rebuilding credit. Yes to helping you save, borrow, and thrive. Work with your credit specialist and move your financial life forward. Brewery Credit Union, Milwaukee's best place to borrow and save. Visit brewerycu.com. That is brewerycu.com. Federally insured by NCUA.
Hey there, did you hear? There are still spots open for Girl Scout Summer Camp 2025.
Whether you're into water activities, arts and crafts, sports and games, exploring nature, or even horseback riding, there's a camp just for you.
Choose from GSY's day camps, overnight camps, community day camps, or Camp Hero.
Bring a friend and get ready for a summer full of adventure, friendship, and leadership.
Register today and let's make this the best summer ever, Girl Scout style.
Carrie, where's Tori Lowe and Dr. Ken at? I'm trying to knock these commercials out.
How am I supposed to know, Sherwin?
Well, I'm about to do their parts because my impressions are on point anyway. This is Dr. Ken Harris from Truth in the Afternoon, and I want you to download the Truth app in the Google Play Store and Apple Store so you can never miss my show or any of the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Really, Kyle?
Sherwin, you are crazy.
Sherwin, your impression of me is horrible. Move. Give me my mic. I guess I'll just repeat what Sherwin said. Go to the Google Play Store or Apple Store to download the 1017 The Truth app today so you can take the home of Milwaukee Black Talk with you wherever you are.
Can't listen live? Download the new 1017 The Truth app on your smartphone today to catch up on all your favorite shows. Search 1017 The Truth on your Google Play Store or Apple App Store so you don't miss out on any of the action. You are listening to the home of Milwaukee's realest conversations. 1017 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. This is Jammin' with Juice on 1017 The Truth app, 1017thetruth.com, and streaming live on YouTube. Shout out to the Juicy Jammers riding the wave.
Slide down, Abby with the brew, you know we deep it. He want me back, her here, duck can't get no out the queen, put some Lulu on his butt. The scram, we getting money, fresh to death when I pop out, forever looking funny. Free picking, down with the gang, call the bros on Michael Quiet, they gon' let them Draco sing.
Welcome back to hour 2. A Jam with Juice, you guys. Good morning, you guys. Good morning. If you are just now tapping in to Jam with Juice, just now waking up, just now doing what it do, you know, maybe you're on the toilet, something like that. I don't know what y'all like to do in the morning. But good morning. Thank you for tapping in to Jammin' with Juice. Make sure you are on 1017 The Truth on YouTube so you can watch us stream this show live. We are streamers, y'all. We are streamers. We've accepted it. We're streamers.
We're streamers, bro. We're streamers.
And you can interact with us on our YouTube chat with all our other juicy chatters, with our juicy jammers, and talk about this conversation that we are having right now of the question of, do you believe everyone can be rich? Do you think that that is obtainable for everyone to have? And really, do you think everyone is meant to be rich? 833-212-1017. I'm going to say no. I don't think that everyone can be rich. I don't think that everyone is meant to be rich, because I think we all have a role to play in society. And sometimes those roles don't necessarily require you to get a lot of money. I'm not going to lie to you. I do think that it is a mindset that you have to have in order to even want to get out of your situation and to work extremely hard to get to whatever goal that you might have. You have to really be dedicated. You have to be consistent. You have to be motivated and have a really strong why to really keep you going. And I don't think that right now every person has that mindset. And I don't know if every person can obtain that mindset, because as much as we want to try to help and give people opportunities and give people resources and help people get out of certain situations, they have to want it more for themselves. And I have seen time over time again that some people are just stuck
in the ways that they want to think, and they're just stuck in the way that they live currently, and they don't see more for themselves, and they don't want to have more for themselves. So maybe, I don't know if hope comes into that, and we have to give people a little bit more hope to understand that they can do it. But no, I don't think everybody can be rich. I think that there are people who will be entrepreneurs. There are people who will be bosses. And with that, you got to have people to work for you. And when you have people to work for you, they might not be rich themselves. They might just be somebody who knows how to more so help somebody else's plan and help somebody else's vision more so than their own, if they even have one. Everybody might not have a vision for their life. Everybody might not have goals that they're trying to obtain. And everybody might not even want to become extremely wealthy. And when I'm saying wealthy, I'm talking like billionaire status here.
Right.
Like, everybody cannot be a billionaire. You could be a millionaire, but I just don't think that that's how our ecosystem would necessarily work, because there are a lot of jobs that we need that could soon be taken over by AI, honestly, that require you to, let's say, have a lower salary. I don't know, but it just doesn't seem like we would be able to get everybody to have the same mindset of trying to be wealthy in a financial way.
I mean, the only way you can do that, Juice, is if you move the goalposts of what wealth really means, right?
What do you mean?
Well, one of the reasons why we're trying to obtain so much wealth is because we want access to different lifestyles. We want access to different product or material that, if you're living on a lower level, you're not privy to. So if we shrunk that gap to where everybody could experience that lifestyle, then the point of money is meaningless, right? Like the idea of it is meaningless.
Right.
And maybe we go back to a barter system, but I had tried to bring up before in the last hour about the idea that a gentleman by the name of Andrew Yang, he had brought up a few years ago when he was trying to run for president, and currently it's an idea that Alaska runs off of right now, but it's called the UBI system. It's the Universal Basic Income, and basically it's nobody's poor because everybody has the same amount of money. As universal basic income, everybody will receive the same amount of monies, so you can do what you will with that money, And again, like I said before, that teeters on the idea of us becoming a socialist society, and/or given our current president right now a communist society. Because sure, we can try to motivate everyone to become rich, or everybody be like, hey, you should have this kind of money or that amount of money so you could live a nice and decent life. But personally, I don't think that's appropriate for everyone in this type of materialistic society that we live in. Like, because currently, if we were to, give out all the materials, or say, for instance, everybody's wearing Gucci, or everybody's wearing Prada, or everybody's wearing Louis Vuitton, Coach, whatever it is, right? It's the normal thing to do, then these types of systems, or these societal infrastructures, if you will become null and void, and we'd have to figure out a whole new system. So, and it also says to me that we're really moving away from what our society has been for the past 80 years. And again, like I said before, it's a capitalistic society. Now we're in a society where, all the information is at the tips of your fingers. So anybody truly can become rich if they really put their mind to it, got enough grit, got enough courage to act on that idea. You can too become rich. However, once that infrastructure is destroyed and broken down and put down into so easy that a 5-year-old can become rich, then that's when we start to teeter on the lines of us either becoming a socialistic society or a communistic society, depending on who our leadership is at the point. And it becomes dangerous at that point. I don't know.
If it becomes easy, you're saying?
Yeah, if it becomes easy, it becomes dangerous.
Yeah, I don't think it should become easy. I think
resources will be controlled at that point.
I think everything should become, I think it should be hard. I think if you want to become rich,
you want to earn it.
You have to earn it, because it's a lot that that's going to come with you getting to that level, and you can't skip steps. Yeah. You have to make sure you hit every single step so you know exactly how to handle it when you do get it. Because if you get it easily or you get it too soon, you could fumble it back. You could fumble the bag. Mm-hmm. You could. But 833-212-1017. Do you believe that everyone could be rich? I personally think. I know we were just talking about yesterday about our jobs are scams. Sometimes I do feel like the idea of the American dream is like a scam.
It's a scam now.
It definitely is, because
what
now
our ancestors did before, we can't do today. I'll tell you that.
Right.
Now.
It came. Dang, I lost my train of thought.
But anyway, the American dream is pretty much a scam to me. And I think it's more so a trick for all of us to think that we have to work harder in order to obtain, what it is we need to obtain, similarly to what you were just mentioning about making it communist society and all these other things. Yeah, for sure. I don't think that everybody should be trying to become rich, because it can be hard, y'all. Like, it can be hard, and people are becoming stressed with everything. And not to mention, within the next 5 to 10 years, a lot of these jobs that could help you become rich, and I'm not talking about wealthy, just rich, because I don't think you could just get wealthy from just one job, but will be taken over. So now a lot of people who have certain roles are going to have to figure out what they have to do next. And it does feel like the goalpost is always moving. It really does. And once everyone does become rich, let's say everyone was able to obtain a whole lot of money, right? I do think the goalpost could move. It could move, because I think the value of being rich, it would lose its value. Right. It wouldn't be looked at the same. But 833.
I know how Hollywood is being looked at right now.
1017. Oh, Hollywood is done.
There you go.
Hollywood is 100% done. You see all these AI videos, they're not even going to have actors and actresses in a minute. Hey. It's just going to be all AI-generated movies. And this is just a snippet of what we're getting. Imagine in 20 years, bro.
It foreshadows, again, what we were talking about when it comes down to being rich versus being poor. Before, Hollywood used to be looked at as this glamorous lifestyle, and now you got people as young as 5, 6 years old becoming YouTube stars and living in their own bubble of being in Hollywood. So the value of being a Hollywood star is no longer anymore an important factor in people's lives. So if you guys thinking about it from that standpoint, looking at it from that lens, just imagine if everybody had enough money,
Let's run to the lines, you guys. 833-212-1017. Do you think that everyone should or can obtain being wealthy when it comes to your financials? Not mental, emotional, because that's important too. We can get to that a little bit later, but right now we're just talking about financially. Let's go to Dan. What's poppin', Juicy Jammer? Dan, and good morning.
Good morning. I've got the information that can show the world that they can be rich without putting as much effort. So there's this law called ISO 200-22. I remember 2022 when I tell people I had a zero.
What is it called again? Read that back. Say it again, Dan.
This is called Law ISO 200-22, and it is an international law that is replacing all the currencies in the world. And Donald Trump came out 6 weeks ago announcing which currency our United States government picked. And he picked XRP, Cardano, and Solano. Now, this is not financial advice, but every $1 trillion of debt, and there's good money and bad money that gets put on that ledger, makes the price of XRP go up 250 times about. So these are deflationary currencies. Every person in this country has had this opportunity. People like me that are teachers, and all of my friends have retired from this. And this is it. This is the Great Reset. So never in history has anybody had an opportunity to get rich just like this easy. And already people are doing it.
So Dan, to speed the rest of our audience up, you're a crypto guy. You're a cryptocurrency guy.
Cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
And you're in the cryptocurrency.
I'm the guy.
And the cryptocurrency you're standing behind is the ISO 222?
Yes. Any currencies that are cryptocurrencies that are compliant with that allow money to be moved around the world in the level playing field. And that is called like a field where other countries don't have power over people and people don't have power over people. And in this new system, everything's kind of fair. There's going to be a lot of good things that happen and bad things that happen from the system. So the unbanked will get banked.
Okay, so Dan, you believe that the cryptocurrency will be able to level out the playing field for everyone. Like, we'll be able to, quote unquote, have a UBI system.
This is a system that will level out the playing field for countries. But basically, let's say people bought $1 of XRP. If a certain amount of value gets put on the ledger and tokenization, everything in the world gets tokenized. So if you look at my bank account, I only have $200 in it, but I own the largest collection of .coms in the world for the new industrial revolution. So I'd be worth millions if you tokenized my wealth. So in the future, when you have nothing during the debt reset, what they're doing is there's another a video called "The Future of Money in the Digital Age" with a beautiful woman named Bernard from our Federal Reserve announcing that all the banks in America are closing. So, I mean, this information is so easy for any person of any race to find this information, and there is going to have to be a little effort.
So,
but any 5-year-old can be rich.
So Dan,
any 5-year-old. I've made 5-year-olds rich. I've made wealthy children. 5-year-olds that will never work in their life because all you have to do is just have a little bit of money in the crypto and the right ones. It's not financial advice, but if you follow these laws, you practically can reset your whole life. And you can be as wealthy as you want. If you want to have millions in crypto, you might be able to.
What would you say? What would you say the learning curve is for learning cryptocurrency? Do you think that's easy?
The learning curve, I would listen to a guy named Digital Asset Investor, and you listen to the words. These are all, this used to be all hearsay, but what I'm telling you now is practical law. So the chances of meeting a person who owned XRP back in the day, one token at one moment was 1 in 100,000. Now it's 1 in 10,000. But I've created one of the largest collections of XRP owners for this wealth transfer in the Midwest. So in the future, there's going to be these corporation dollars called North American corporation dollars. And if you go on, I'm the only person showing people the money in the future. But,
thank you, Dan.
Hey, Dan, what do you say to the people who ain't down for your crypto?
We appreciate it, Dan.
What if we into Shiba Inu?
Trying to educate the people.
Got the Shiba Inu.
Well, you know what? I missed money on the Shiba Inu. I was wrong about it. But the thing is, I got tired of making value on crypto because I learned I just had to keep it in one spot for these currencies. Now, these currencies were supposed to go live in 2018 in November. On one of those days, I shaved my head. I quit. I retired. I was supposed to make $40 million. You know what? It didn't happen. So you don't always win at crypto right away. But if you're into these ones that are going to hit, I've made 4x to 20,000x in every crypto I've ever invested in.
All right, Dan.
So I'm probably one of the most successful finance guys. But listen, you can lose money on them too. So as they go up, they go down. So right now,
honestly, Dan, I know a lot about crypto. I'm into the crypto world. So
all right, are you an XRP owner?
No,
are you an XRP owner?
That's why I asked you about the Shiba Inu, man. I'm right with the Shiba. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, and I'm down with those.
Okay, so listen, Dogecoin actually has more use case than Bitcoin and Ethereum. Those are proof of work cryptos.
You know what, Dan? We're going to have another conversation about crypto when we talk about the crypto and how that can actually set the playing field for all Americans out there, or if not the world. But thank you so much, and God bless you, all right?
Yeah, check this information out, and God bless you guys what you do. I like what you're talking about, and let's create a better future, okay?
Thanks, dog. God bless you. All right, that was Dan with the plan.
Beautiful.
Hey, man.
I felt like one of those "you should be here" ads. Like,
you felt like it was a scam. That sounded very scammy, Dan.
Look, I can make a 5-year-old rich. Hey, no, I appreciate you, Dan, though. It's all just jokes.
Shout out to Dan. Hey, MT just said ship to the moon. That's one of those, if you're into the crypto world, everybody's always talking about how crypto can go to the moon. And I'm not going to tell you all that you won't make money with crypto, because I've actually made money with cryptocurrency.
Yes, you can, but I'm just saying that's still something you're going to have to learn and be dedicated to figure it out, I feel like.
And honestly, I'm not going to lie. It's much easier than it was in 2016 when I first heard about cryptocurrency. I remember first getting into it back then, and then here I am now.
How much have you made?
Honestly, I never made that much. The most I made was probably about like $3,123.
That's a lot.
Yeah,
well, over time or like in one quick little...
one sitting.
See?
In one sitting. I was like, oh my God, it's going crazy. Because I actually used to study the seasons of when it was actually going up. Like I studied the chart. Haven't studied the chart in probably like
you would have been a really good Forex trader. Get some people under you and everything like that.
What's so crazy? My friend who was locked up right now, he was actually to the Forex. At the same time he was in the Forex, I was telling him about Bitcoin. I was like, no, bro, Bitcoin is going to do its thing, fam. And they didn't understand it, but I kind of understood. I was trying to understand it or whatever. Invested, took my money out when I shouldn't have. I wish I would have just kept my money into Bitcoin the entire time. Like, I had it when it was at only like $480, and I had $480 in there for it.
It could have been worth what? It's like almost $100,000 right now, something like that.
Jesus,
it is what it is. But I do believe cryptocurrency is a decent way to make a profit. But again, it definitely is volatile, and you should sit back and learn what it's going to be. Because if the future is all going digital, I can see all of our dollars becoming digital money at one point or another, at some point or another.
Beautiful. So, do you believe everyone can be rich? My final answer is no. What is yours?
Honestly, I do believe everybody can be rich. I just don't believe everybody should be rich.
Oh, what type of laugh was that?
Hey, that's just where I'm at. Bro. That's where I'm at with it, man. I just don't believe everybody should be rich, because like not everybody has the best intentions. Like if money was really a system, that's supposed to be like a merit system, then I believe only the best people with the best heart should be rich. Like the people with the best intentions, they should be the people who are rich. You know, the people who have done good with their lives, done good to other people, that you should be rich based off of that. Like, you know, all the riches and wealth that God says that you'll have if you're a good person in this world, if money was the equivalent to that in this real time, then the person who's the best, has the best heart, should receive the most money. Only because I believe the person with the best heart would also look out for people who don't have the best heart. You know what I'm saying? Like, so ultimately, like I said before, I don't believe everybody should be rich, just the people who are good-hearted.
Or like everybody deserves, like you don't think everyone deserves to be rich, because some people will use that money for evil.
Yeah, again, like look at Donald Trump of the world. You know what I'm saying? Like,
some people think that he's not doing anything wrong.
Hey,
some people, like, it's all subjective, honestly.
Very true. Or look at the
know,
Elon Musk of the world, or the Bill Gates of the world. You know, Bill Gates, he's been rich for over 40 years off an idea that wasn't even his. You know, and he's been over there in Africa for well over a decade. You know, running different experiments on the African civilization. So is it all for the good of humanity? I don't believe
not.
so.
Yeah,
you know, but at the same time, that's what I'm saying. I feel like if money was truly a merit system and you get paid based off of the good deeds in your life, like a person like Giannis should be rich. Okay, Giannis is a good dude. Okay,
that we know of. Honestly, we don't know. We don't know we don't know people.
Nah, we don't.
We don't know what goes on behind closed doors, or what their thoughts could potentially be. Not saying Giannis isn't good. We love Giannis, but we just never know. You never know what people got going on.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, I feel like that wraps up that conversation. Now we're making room for the rabbit hole.
Okay, Truth Nation, if you don't know what a rabbit hole is, it is a piece of info you find on the it is a piece of information you find on the internet or experience in real life that takes you from one piece of information you find to another, up until your curiosity is satisfied. So today, Truth Nation, we could talk about how the Zeus laser at the University of Michigan has achieved a U.S. record by producing a 2 petawatt laser pulse, 100 times stronger than the world's total electricity consumption, though lasting only 25 quintillions of a second. It was the strongest laser blast ever recorded. And if you could imagine what those little, the little lasers that you would have in school or whatever, trying to blind somebody with, if you could imagine that actual laser and the red beam shooting from that light, how powerful that was, it'd basically be like a lightsaber, is what they just shot out into the sky. All right, and I found that to be ever cool just because it was just Star Wars, like Star Wars month. Hey, we still in Star Wars month. I felt like that to be very cool because, again, I feel like one day we will have lightsabers in the palm of our hands. All right, we're going to have the lightsabers, and we're going to have enough power to do what we want with that joint. We could also talk about, Truth Nation, how, how they tell you that the sun is yellow?
Yeah.
The sun's not yellow.
It's orange.
Oh, orange. It's not neither one of them colors.
Was it blue?
It's actually white. The sun is white, and one of the biggest reasons the sun is white is because of the gases that basically once the sun's ultraviolet light hits our atmosphere, the gases turn it into a yellow color, or we perceive it as a yellow color because of all the glasses it comes through. It's basically like our atmosphere is a filter for the sun, so to speak, and it changes the color of it. But no, today, Truth Nation, what we're going to talk about is a question that I have, all right? And
you got a question?
I got a question, Truth Nation. And that question is, would you take a new COVID vaccine? All right. Would you take a new COVID vaccine, Truth Nation? Noni just told y'all in the Southern Juicy news report that there's a new COVID variant out here. A brand new COVID variant out here is disrupting China, it's disrupting the United States. And, you know, our new Health and Human Services Secretary, Robert F. Kennedy, had a lot to say about it yesterday. So I had to bring it to y'all attention and take y'all down a rabbit hole. So Truth Nation, stand back and stand by. Because in the next 3 minutes, take a juice break. Because when we come back, we finna take our trip down the rabbit hole. Are you going to take a brand new vaccine? Because it could actually help you out. At least that's what they always tell us.
Don't touch that dial. You are jamming with Juice on 1017 The Truth app, 1017thetruth.com, and streaming live on YouTube. Like and subscribe to our 1017 The Truth YouTube channel.
Start jamming in the morning and get your daily drop of juice.
Juice gets you hydrated and started for your day. And that's what we plan to do from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m.
Every single morning, we're going to be keeping you in the mix, talking about everything you care about all before 9 a.m.
So wipe that crust out your eyes and get ready for Jamming with Juice.
Turning your mornings into your favorite part of the day.
Get that stank breath out of here. Brush your teeth.
It's it, bro. Like, what?
Catch Jammin' with Juice
from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m.
Good morning, Milwaukee.
Hi, Drew and Jonathan Scott here, reminding you that a lot of life's firsts are better with help from American Family Insurance. Like your first home expansion or your first big lightning strike. There's a first for everything. Get the right home policy at the right price with the right help from American Family's agents. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Dreaming of owning your first home? Milwaukee Habitat for Humanity can help make it happen. With little to no down payment and average monthly mortgage payments of $950, you can build a brand new home you love without breaking the bank. And you won't do it alone. Habitat provides the coaching, education, and support to guide you every step of the way. Stop renting and invest in a new home you can truly call your own. Visit MilwaukeeHabitat.org to learn more.
It's 1017 The Truth's Dr. Ken Harris for Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. There's no better time to upgrade your windows and doors than right now, because you can get up to 6 years of 0% financing at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Yes, no interest for up to 72 months, and the full Pella experience is always included. That means the Pella team is with you from start to finish. They don't disappear after the work is done. Set up your free in-home consultation. You commit to nothing at this point. A Pella design expert will listen to your vision and then present the different colors, sizes, and customizations needed to make that vision a reality. It can feel overwhelming to consider what feels like limitless possibilities, but Pella's design team can help narrow those options down for you to create that dream upgrade. Hurry! Get 0% financing for up to 6 years. Certain restrictions apply, and the deal ends May 31st, 2025. So visit PellaWI.com today.
This is Jammin' with Juice on 1017 The Truth app, 1017thetruth.com, and streaming live on YouTube. Shout out to the Juicy Jammers riding the wave.
It be hard to watch your cash when the vans keep dropping. Got the big Ford on me, so my pants keep falling. It be hard to understand when come a job keep locking. I ain't even trying to talk, cause my job keep
Protect your dream home with American Family Insurance, and you can weather any storm. You'll also save up to 25% by bundling home, auto, and life. American Family Insurance. Get a quote or find an agent at amfam.com. Products are not available in every state. Discounts may not apply to all coverages on an auto or home policy. Discounts do not apply to life insurance policies. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, assigned its operating companies, American Family Life Insurance Company, 6000 American
Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin. And are you ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Welcome to Jammin with Juice, y'all. Good morning. Make sure you're on the YouTube so you can watch us do the show live. And make sure you like and you subscribe and you share this stream to your friends and tell them to tap in as well, because we like all of that, okay? Mm-hmm. But right now, we are about to take a trip down the rabbit hole.
Okay, so first off, Truth Nation, if you don't know what a rabbit hole is, it is a piece of information you find on the internet or experience in real life that takes you from one piece of information you find to another, up until your curiosity is satisfied. So today, Truth Nation, for May 28th, 2025, my rabbit hole: would you take a new COVID vaccine? Actually began with a new COVID variant that's out here, all right? New COVID. They got a new COVID out here, y'all.
I feel like it's been a couple COVID variants
they got
since
all
the
these
first
new
one.
strains. They got more strains than weed. You know, weed got a lot of strains. They got the Alaskan one. They got the Colorado one, Illinois one. They got blueberry, purple raspberry. There's so many different kind of weed strains, but COVID has way more than that. All right, and I'm
it tricks you too. It sneaks up on you. Yeah. Come out of nowhere.
Sneaks up on you, just like the sativa. All right, the sativa do that to you. You can sneak up on you, hit it one time.
Okay.
Next thing you know, you contagious.
How would you know?
Anyway, they say this new COVID variant is highly contagious. All right, and it's known as NB.1.81. All right. The name alone scares me, all right? The name alone scares me, Truth Nation. I'm not going to lie. I don't know who comes up with these new coded names for COVID, but it's scary as hell, all right? It sounds like it got released from Area 51, all right? And they just put it out there into the world, all right? Or at least into America. Okay, maybe they are trying to kill us off. But anyway, they say it is running rampant, all right? And then the White House Health and Human Services Secretary, Robert F. Kennedy, you know, he be talking like, well,
I hate his voice.
It's so hard to listen to. It's so hard to, America.
That's what you get for playing with people.
Woo! Hey, I don't know how he talks like that, but that's how he talks. But he announced yesterday that the removal of COVID-19 vaccines from the Center of Disease Control and Prevention's immunization schedule. It's a CDC prevention. Immunization? Huh? Immunization? Whatever, bro. I hate your guts, bro. Anyway, he removed the schedule for healthy children and pregnant women, basically stating that believes right now that healthy children and pregnant women don't have to take the vaccine. It goes on to say that it's a move that could alter guidance for doctors as well as some insurance coverage. Which made me think, if the White House isn't making a big hoopla, they ain't making a real big fuss about this COVID-19 variant, you know, ain't making this one an emergency. When this one does hit, and if it is super contagious, would you be willing to take a new vaccine for it? Would you take a new vaccine for it, all right, Truth Nation? It took me down my rabbit hole because almost 5 years ago, we were introduced to the idea of an mRNA vaccine, at least the majority of us. mRNA has been around for a moment now, but, hey, I guess apparently we needed it back in 2021. Look, and I'm not certain if the initial vaccine helped or hurt the overall population. I'm really not certain, okay? We only 5 years into this. All right. But the one thing that I can say is the marketing propaganda about the vaccines that we did see came to a halt. And I'm actually happy about that. All right. Because there's a lot of programming happening that was irritating my ears, from radio to billboards to radio to billboards. I remember being over in California, seeing propaganda about the COVID vaccines, and they put weed right next to the COVID vaccine. Like you could get a whole free blunt if you took the COVID vaccine back then.
Where?
This is over in L.A. This is over in L.A. That was their propaganda that they had going on. You could smoke get a free blunt.
I mean, I guess what gets the people going.
Hey, I saw people doing pizza parties for vaccines. I saw it was a brothel. If you went to the brothel, you could go ahead and do your thing down there and also get the vaccine for free. There's so many different ideas for it, but I'm glad that all that stuff has came to a halt. Because it was a scary time that we was all living through, y'all Truth Nation. We truly didn't know what to believe. I think we're a little bit more informed now, but at the time, there were so many different ideas. There's so many different ideas. Like, there were stories like, oh, there's microchips in the vaccine, all right?
I feel like I heard some of that come from you, though.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Some people claimed that the vaccine made you magnetic. All right, I know y'all saw the TikTok videos of people sticking coins to their arm. Did you stick a coin to your arm?
I never would do something like that.
You trying to see that? I ain't gonna let you live
don't
that
put
down,
me.
Juice.
Don't put me in your conspiracy theory test trials. I didn't do none of that.
Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
Did you get the shot?
And then people also claimed that the mRNA vaccines from Pfizer and Moderna would go to change your DNA. People also said that you would turn into a zombie if you took the vaccine. People also said that if you took the vaccine, that you were actually injected with the mark of the beast. It was so many different ideas out there.
You literally said that. That literally came from your mouth like maybe a week ago, bro.
I really don't recall none of that.
If this was, man.
I am just saying that you should definitely put your hat on. All right, put your hat on and really think about what's going on out there in the world, okay? We don't know what the devil got for us. We just know that God is with us, and he will never forsake us. I'm just going to follow his path and his leadership, and whatever God is going to send me to, I'm going to go, all right? But if it is not made by God, I'm going to question it, okay? If it was made by man, I'm going to question it, because I don't know if that man is demonic and goes by the name of Al.
You don't think God could put it on someone to make it?
I didn't say that he couldn't. I'm just going to question if it came from man.
Okay, but it would have to. If God put it on them to make.
Well, I'm going to question it.
Okay. But you said you trust. Okay, keep going.
Yep, I trust God. I don't trust man. You think I'm going to put my faith in man?
No, but I'm saying, like, you think God influences man?
God created man.
So then it would then be from God?
I don't know if that man has been tainted by the devil. I don't know if that man is demonic. There's a lot of young YNs out here that could say they on demon time. All right, and do am I supposed to trust them too?
You said that.
Whatever, Juice. So many different people said things, even when it came down to the 5G towers, saying that you were hooked up to the 5G towers if you took that vaccine.
You said this.
I never said that, Juice. I never said that. Roll the tape then.
Oh, my God.
Say no more. Show me the video.
Dude, switching up. Truth Nation. Just the Jammers. He's switching up. Y'all remember when he was back being a producer on the Tory Lowe Show? A lot of things came out of his mouth.
Look, a lot of things did come out my mouth. A lot of questions. Yeah, I questioned a lot of things.
Yeah,
See, that
Keep going.
You the type of person that need to work for the state of New York. You need to work with the Giddy Trials.
Keep going.
Over here trying to do an investigation on Van Jammin.
Because
all right,
you acting fugazi. You being fugazi. You being fugazi.
Anyway, there's also a plan that there was also claim that the COVID-19 pandemic was also a secret plan to reduce the global population. Like, there's actually still a video of Bill Gates talking about if he was to reduce the world's population by about 3 or 4 billion, he would do it through the advent of vaccines. And that video is out there for people to soak up if they'd like. All right, but that's what are the claims that people were saying. And truth be told, Truth Nation, all those conspiracies that were out there, none of them, at least till now at this point, have come to fruition. I haven't seen any zombies. I haven't seen anybody turn into a demon. I haven't seen anybody lose their sight or anything from taking the COVID vaccine shots. But if they did, I'd like for them to call in and let everybody know. All right, at 833-212-1017. But anyway, Truth Nation, that was the end of my rabbit hole. If this new COVID variant goes crazy, are you going to take a new vaccine? Are you willing to get your booster? Get your booster shot and boost up for it. You know, because some people say that the vaccines do work. Some people say, I don't see it. You know, I don't see where it worked at. Some people say that all of this, the reason we don't even have the COVID like that anymore is because we got herd immunity. But anyway, Truth Nation, call in, text in to 833-212-1017. Would you take a new COVID-19 shot? all right, if need be, if we were in an emergency all over again. Call in, text in at 833-212-1017. All right. And I just want to throw this out there, too, because I remember there was a specific person who was very close to me who told my cousin and his wife that if you take the vaccine, y'all going to die. He was like, y'all take that vaccine, y'all going to die. And you know what? He died before they did. So anyway, Truth Nation, call in, text in at 833-212-1017. Are you taking the new COVID vaccine?
Woo! Let's take a juice break and continue the conversations. Jam with Juice, y'all. Keep it locked.
Don't touch that dial. You are jamming with Juice on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, 1017thetruth.com, and streaming live on YouTube. Like and subscribe to our 1017 The Truth YouTube channel.
We Energies want you to keep this important safety message in mind. Before you start digging, planting, or landscaping on your property, call 811 to have underground utilities marked. Calling 811 at least 3 business days before you plan to dig will help you know what's below and can prevent a hazardous situation. Our representatives will mark the underground utilities on your property for free. So remember, stay safe and call before you dig.
We Energies. People you can trust. Energy you can depend on.
This is your Versity Blood Center of Wisconsin Community Impact Moment on 1017 The Truth.
And what are some of the ways that you're inspiring people? Because, you know, one of the biggest opportunities, in particular in the African-American community, is access, exposure, and awareness.
For Versity Blood Center of Wisconsin, we've been here 76 years.
Wow.
And our mantra is saving the lives you love. So if someone you love needs a blood transfusion and they're in any hospital in Southeast Wisconsin here, that blood's coming from us. And so we're trying to make sure that we're communicating that, because I think folks maybe don't understand that blood can't be manufactured. And summers are always tough because schools are out and we collect about 20 to 25% of our blood from schools. Mm-hmm. So it's always a day-to-day struggle. We say that the blood that's on the shelves is the blood that saves lives. And a lot of times people are compelled to donate when something bad happens. And our mission and our job is to educate folks so that we can get ahead of the curve and keep 3 days of inventory on the shelves. Mm-hmm. So we're in a decent spot right now, but we're on the streets every day trying to inspire people to join our mission. One of our big projects that we're proud of is Versity on King, which is part of the Thrive On collaboration in the Gimbel Schuster building on Martin Luther King Drive. And next year, we're going to open a destination center there. It'll be a blood donation center, but it'll be more than that, because we've realized that we can't be transactional with our relationships in the Black community. We need to do things that are intentional and that show that we're there to stay. But the reason that we're there is because not enough people that look like us donate. And so for disorders like sickle cell disease that disproportionately affect us, the race can matter. But I like to say that, you know, Black folks have a superpower in their blood. 44% of Black blood donors will have this rare trait that makes their blood more likely to be able to be a match for a sickle cell patient. And that 44%, like that is way higher than what we would find in other races.
To make an impact by donating blood in your community, visit versity.org today.
Northbound on 43, backing up from right north of Fond du Lac Avenue all the way up to Keefe. Southbound slowing down from Hampton Avenue all the way down past the North Avenue curve. Westbound 94's got some backups from just before 27th Street to Mitchell Boulevard. Back on the brakes right past Moreland Road to Calhoun and then to Barker Road. On the eastbound side, we got delays starting at about 84th Street all the way through to Mitchell Boulevard. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, cloudy with light rain likely, a high of 58. Tonight, mostly cloudy, isolated showers, a low of 50. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 1017 The Truth.
This is Jammin' with Juice on 1017 The Truth app, 1017thetruth.com, and streaming live on YouTube. Shout out to the Juicy Jammers riding the wave.
Tune in to the award-winning 1017 The Truth's Black Business Give Back Spotlight this Friday at 3:57 p.m. between the Tory Lowe Show and Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris. We'll be joined by Linnell Norden, owner of Circle of Friends Adult Day Program. We will discuss the safe, secure, and fun setting that they provide to adults with special needs. Again, that is the Black Business Give Back Spotlight with Circle of Friends Adult Day Program this Friday at 3:57 p.m. on the new 1017 The Truth. And we are calling all Black-owned business owners and entrepreneurs. If you are looking to share your story and grow your reach, we got you, because we have teamed up with Associated Bank for our Black-owned business give back. Each quarter, 4 lucky business owners will win an opportunity to spotlight their brand and journey on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. So to sign up for your business spotlight interviews, visit blackbusinessgiveback.com. That is blackbusinessgiveback.com. Let's rebuild our community's backbone through exposure on the truth. For official rules, head to blackbusinessgiveback.com. Associated Bank, member FDIC. Welcome to Jammin with Juice, you guys. We just took a trip down the rabbit hole. La, 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 la. And Ben Jammin is pretty much saying, y'all, now we done told you twice that there's a new COVID variant out here. I told you in some Juicy. He told you in the rabbit hole. All right. And now, if there's an opportunity for you to get a vaccine to not get this variant, or to make sure that if you do catch COVID, it's not that bad, would you get that shot? Because really, that's what it's supposed to do, you know. But would y'all get it? Are y'all trying to get the shot still, or are y'all over that? 833-212-1017. Because I feel like a lot of people are over it. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't think people are accepting of the need for the vaccine, because it didn't create an urgency right now like how it did back then. I think since it was so fresh, it was so new, and everybody just wanted to be back outside again, and we were all cooped up.
It was like, forget it. I'll go ahead and take the shot.
Yeah, it was like a lot of pressure for it. And people were dying like crazy, but I think now that we kind of have gotten used to just the different variants, and it's not as bad as it was back then, people aren't as wanting, you know, the new vaccines if ones were to come out.
I'm not gonna lie. I think a lot of people who are on those breathing machines are the ones who passed away from the COVID thing. Because like, once you allow something else to take over your lungs, you know, and actually allow you to breathe, it's controlling your breathing. You know, like, now your body's out of whack, out of sync of how it normally would breathe. You know, and I'm saying this all, like, especially from, you know, watching my uncle taking his last breaths and seeing him on a breathing machine, you know, on a ventilator, so to speak. It's just like, once something takes over your body's main, you know, function, I think that's when your whole body starts to go out of whack, you know. But I could be wrong. I'm not a doctor.
So you're just saying, COVID aside, you just think in general?
COVID aside, yeah, because, you know, that was our first reaction. That was everybody's first reaction was, oh, go to the hospital. The hospital will take care of you. Oh, now you're on a ventilator. And a lot of people who was on those ventilators passed away. You know, the other people, they'd be like, oh, just stay at home, you know, because they didn't have enough hospital beds for everybody.
That was a terrible time.
You know, and a lot of people who stayed at home, to my knowledge, you know, actually did recover from the COVID, the COVID that they did have. Like, even when I caught COVID late last year, me and my girl, we stayed put in the crib. I ain't need a ventilator. You know, I just stayed kaput, had a few hot
But you got to understand that there were some people who had other health issues going on that, yeah, that was the word, compromised. Yeah, that was the word that they used. Who were compromised, who had to use the ventilators because they had a lot of other things going on with them. So, yeah, you probably didn't have to. When I got COVID, I didn't have to. But some people, they did, unfortunately.
Like, I remember Fred the Godson. Rest in peace to Fred the Godson. He was a great rapper from the East Coast, but he passed away during the whole COVID pandemic. And I remember one of the reasons was him being a heavier set guy, also suffering from the ailments of asthma. You know, he got on the ventilator and he passed away. But, you know, if, you know, today's time, in 2025, if this new variant did get that bad, would y'all, you know, want to take a shot just to make sure that, you know, you could be healthy?
I mean, I took the first one. So did you take the first ones?
Well, I don't have to answer that due to HIPAA. But with that being said,
but you asking everybody else what they would do.
I'm asking if they would take it.
Would you take it? Would you take the new one? How about that?
I'll say this. I asked ChatGPT if they would take it.
I'm asking you, Ben Jammin. Why you got how you going to ask everybody else if they're going to take it and you not going to say whether or not you would take it?
I'll let y'all know my drop of juice today.
No,
take it.
That is not true, because you're going to try to avoid it all. I know how you operate and I know how you work. And Ben Jammin think he be funny over here not answering questions that he want to ask other people. And so I'm about to ask you because we got 2 callers right here, and I'm gonna make them wait until you answer the question. Would you take the vaccine if you had to?
Oh, let's go to call number 1.
Would you take the vaccine if you had to? We can sit here. I'll just stare at you.
Bro,
you're not about to put everybody else on blast. Don't you do it, Glenn. Don't you do it, Glenn. I will hang up up on them and we just gonna be looked at as we bad because you're not about to ask everybody else around here for their business and we not getting your business.
Look, I'm trying to see something here.
Jamming. Would you take the shot? Answer your own question.
This is a litmus test right now.
Answer your own question.
Would I take the shot?
Yes.
Would I take the shot?
Would you take it?
Y'all want to know if Ben Jammin would take the shot if the pandemic kicked in. You know what? And I'm gonna be fully transparent with all of y'all, Truth Nation. No, I wouldn't want to take the shot. I wouldn't want to take the shot at all. I personally believe in my body, my choice. I also believe that the human body can naturally heal itself given the right circumstances. I personally would not take the shot.
Men always, my body, my choice, my body, my choice.
I'm just saying.
Say that when it comes to women.
I'm just saying.
But you're saying no.
I always put that on women.
But you're saying no.
I would say no. I'm not going to take the shot. I still want to see the results 10 years after we all here in America have taken the shot. I still want to see what happens in 2031. What happens to the children? You know, I still want to see the results of that.
Man, I say have that same energy to all the bad food we put in our body. Talk about some more. I want to see 10 years down the line what the shot do because the shot could be making me autistic. Like, get out of here. Get out of here.
Don't y'all find that suspicious that there's been reports out there that in the next 2 years, more than half the world's babies or the population of America's children will have autism? You know, don't you find that suspicious? 1 out of 2? 1 out of 2? 50%
And so
of people gonna be
you're
autistic?
putting that on the vaccines, bro.
I'm not saying it's the vaccine.
If your job making you take the vaccine, that's really the better question. If your job is having you take the vaccine to keep your job, have we told the people what? Listen. That's all I'm saying.
Don't you find that suspicious?
That's all I'm saying. Let's go to the line. Smiley! What's poppin', Juicy Jammer? Smiley.
What up, Smiley?
Good morning, you guys. Y'all doing an awesome job. Keep up the good work.
Thank you.
However, I got two for both of y'all. One, I definitely wouldn't take the shot. Purpose, reason. Grandfather sick, right?
Okay.
He was perfectly okay. He was 99 years old, still kicking it, walking it, having fun, and enjoying life, right? Decided to take the COVID shot. Bam. He got sick. He was okay. Mother, COPD. Did she take the shot? Heck no, because I refused to let her take it. However, go to the doctor all the time. Stayed in the hospital majority of the time, and they're trying to figure out why she do not have COVID. Because guess what? I refused to allow them to give her that shot. My mom was so sick throughout the COVID situation. I cleaned up. Bleach. Every time he came to her house, he had to put on gloves, bleach. Wipe down bleach. Wipe down bleach. I don't care Lysol. I sprayed everything. However, when it came to my grandfather, I wasn't there, but he took the COVID shot. He passed due to the COVID. He was 99 years old.
Wow.
And to live to be 99 years old and took the COVID shot, and he died from COVID. And my mom was 73 years old, died a month apart from each other.
Yeah.
She died from COPD. She didn't die from COVID. She didn't have COVID in her system.
Right.
And they just tell you what they actually do.
Right.
Based
and
on
that's why I see your skepticism, Smiley. Like I can agree with that sentiment, man, because when on one end you see your grandfather, he actually takes the shot. He was already 99 years old. The man didn't live the life. You know, without the shot, you could possibly see him living longer. You know, but thank you so much, Smiley.
Thank you,
for calling
Smiley.
in.
We gotta take a juice break. We gotta take a juice break, Smiley. I'm sorry.
No, I was going to tell you about that administration shot.
Just call me tomorrow.
Yeah, call us later tomorrow, Smiley. We
I'll
appreciate
be at work tomorrow. I ain't going to be able to hear y'all, but keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Be smooth, Smiley. God bless you.
We got to take a 3-minute juice break. We're going to wrap up the show with a bow, giving you our drop of juice. When we come back, don't go nowhere, you guys. It's Jam with Juice.
Don't touch that dial. You are jamming with Juice on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, 1017thetruth.com, and streaming live on YouTube. Like and subscribe to our 1017 The Truth YouTube channel.
This is Sherwin Hughes from The Truth with Sherwin Hughes. And Truth Nation, you can now watch my show live on YouTube every day from 9 a.m. until noon. Yep, you can get 3 full hours of watching Sherwin doing his thing streaming live on YouTube Monday through Friday. You'll get the same insightful conversations about policy, politics, and lifestyle while also seeing my reaction to the unpredictability of our listeners. So go to YouTube right now, subscribe to 1017 The Truth, and see this wonderful smile live every day.
How much does it cost to talk to Gruber Law Offices after a serious crash? It's free. Yes, free. As in it won't cost you anything to speak with us. Not sure if you have a case? Call our team at Gruber Law Offices today. Your first call and your first consultation are always free. And you'll never pay us a fee until we win your case. If you've been seriously injured, call Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Tired of hearing no from other banks? No to a loan? No to a checking account? Just no? At Brewery Credit Union, they find ways to say yes. Yes to second chances. Yes to rebuilding credit. Yes to helping you save, borrow, and thrive. Work with your credit specialist and move your financial life forward. Brewery Credit Union, Milwaukee's best place to borrow and save. Visit brewerycu.com. That is brewerycu.com. Federally insured by NCUA.
Great impressions will exceed your expectations. Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
At Great Impressions Graphics and Printing, they've been proudly serving the community for over 26 years. From their location at the corner of 54th and Burleigh in Milwaukee, their dedication to quality and customer satisfaction has made them a trusted name in printing and design. Great Impressions offer a wide range of services, including banners, posters, yard signs, business cards, programs, and postcards. Plus, they specialize in custom apparel printing, perfect for family reunions, sports outings, business promotions, and more. For your next project, visit greatimpress.com. That's greatimpress.com. Great Impressions. They're here when you need them.
Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
This is Jammin' with Juice on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, 1017thetruth.com, and streaming live on YouTube. Shout out to the Juicy Jammers riding the wave.
Hey, this for you, babe. You know who I'm talking to.
This your favorite song.
Truth Nation! It is your girl, Noni Juice here, and guess what, y'all? Steinhaffel's Memorial Day sale has been extended. It is your last chance to save 10% off store-wide, plus get amazing deals like sofas for $4.99, dining tables at $5.49, and queen beds at just $6.99. Plus, take advantage of Steinhaffel's 18-month 0% financing to make your purchase even more affordable. Steinhaffel's is Wisconsin's furniture and mattress leader. Shop in-store or online at steinhaffels.com. Welcome back to Jammin' with Juice, everyone, as we get ready to wrap up the show with a bow, giving you our drop of juice for the day. Now, what do you want to do, Ben? Do you got one, or you want to go to BC?
Okay, I'll go to my Gemini brethren, but he got 30 seconds.
BC! You got 30 seconds, BC.
Nod yourself in good health. No, I would not be a guinea pig no more. My dad died during COVID. May he rest in peace.
God bless.
But hey, happy Gemini shout outs to Gladys Knight, birthday today, and Lauren Hill yesterday. Happy belated birthday.
Gemini's the
Geminis,
best.
let's do it. Let's show them how to love. Live righteous, Milwaukee. Great show, y'all.
Gemini, thanks, dog. Geminis are the best. I didn't even know Gladys Knight was a part of the team, too. Oh, my God.
I'm about to come up with a list of all the Libras. I'm coming up with a list of all the Libras, and I just well, you know,
Whatever.
I just need to put together the Libra list.
Gemini season, man.
You're right. You know what? I'm going to let you have Gemini season. I feel I'm sorry. I don't mean to disrespect the Gemini during Gemini season. So, you know what? I'm going to get at you. It is Gemini season.
Next week, the greatest Gemini of all time. My birthday is next week. I can't wait for that joint. Shout out to everybody out there listening. Shout out to my my mama. Shout out to my daddy. Oh, wait, he's in heaven.
Shout out to him.
Yeah, shout out to him. Shout out to my uncle. He just we just laid him to rest yesterday. Shout out to my family. Man, it's just so beautiful, man. So beautiful to be alive. I'm happy to be doing this show with you right now. Noni Juice.
Period. You already know what's going down.
Oh, and I will say this. ChatGPT said that it would wait and be cautious.
Whatever.
About the vaccine.
Answer the question, did you get the shot? Answer the question, did you get the shot already? What? How about you tell the people if you got the shot already, Ben?
I will tell you this, asking about my medical violations is against my HIPAA rights. Okay?
Absolutely not. We got them little cards for a reason because we have to show it to everybody. Ain't no violation.
Okay, that's what you got.
We was letting everybody know if you have to go to work. You have to get the shot to go to work in some places. So I don't even want to hear it.
I'm being disingenuous. Tell these people your age.
I'll tell them my age. I'm a 20-some-year-old girl. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm a young broad. I'm a young broad. I'm a young broad. You ain't heard that SZA song called 20-somethings, bro?
No.
Get out of here.
You 21.
Get out of here. 21? Yeah.
20 what?
You know? But anyway, thank y'all so much. Thank y'all so much for tapping into the show today. Let's do it again tomorrow, 7 to 9 a.m. You know where to find us right here on 101.7 The Truth. Is Jammin with Juice. I'm your girl, Noni Juice. Always keeping the juice. That has been Jammin. It's amazing. Shout out to Glenn. Now sip on that. The Truth with Sharon Hughes is up next. Good morning. See you tomorrow. Have a good day.
Tune into the award-winning 101.7 The Truth's Black Business Spotlight this Friday at 3:57 p.m. between the Tori Lowe Show and Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris. I will be joined by Linnell Norton, owner of Circle of Friends